And scene 4, enter Tranio and the pedant, dressed as Vincentio.
Sir, this is the house. Please, you that I call.
Aye, what else? But I did be deceived. Signor Baptista may remember me. Near 20 years ago in Genoa, where we were lodgers at the Pegasus.
'Tis well, and hold your own in any case with such austerity as longeth to a father.
I warrant you. But, sir, here comes your boy. 'Twas good he were schooled.
Fear you not him, Sir Biondello. Now do your duty thoroughly. Advise you, imagine 'twere the right Vicentio.
Tut, fear not me.
But hast thou done thy errand to Baptista?
I told him that your father was at Venice, and that you looked for him this day in Padua.
Thou art a tall fellow. Hold thee that to drink. Here comes
Waking up again,
Baptista. Set your countenance, sir. Signor Baptista, you are happily met. Sir, this is the gentleman I told you of. I pray you stand good father to me now. Give me Bianca for my patrimony.
Soft son, sir, by your leave, having come to Padua to gather in some debts, my son Lucentio made me acquainted with a weighty cause of love between your daughter and himself, and for the good report I hear of you, and for the love he beareth to your daughter. And she said to him, to stay him not too long, I am content, in your good father's care, to have him matched, and if you please to like no worse than I, upon some agreement me shall you find ready and willing with one consent to have her so bestowed. For curious I cannot be with you, Signor Baptista, of whom I hear so well.
Ah, sir, pardon me on what I have to say, but your plainness and your shortness please me well. Right true it is that your son Lucentio here doth love my daughter, and she loveth him, or both have dissembled deeply their affections, and therefore, if you say no more than this, that like a father you will deal with him, and pass my daughter a sufficient dower, the match is made, and all is done, and your son shall have my daughter with consent.
I thank you, sir. Where then do you know best we be affired, and such assurance ta'en as shall with either part agreement stand?
Well, not in my house, Lucentio, for you know that pitchers have ears, and I have many servants. Besides, old Germio is hearkening still, and happily we may be interrupted.
Then at my lodging, and it like you, there doth my father lie, and there this night we'll pass the business privately and well. Send for your daughter by your servant here. My boy shall fetch the scrivener presently. The worst is this, that at so slender warning you are like to have a thin and slender pittance.
Oh, it likes me well. Cambio, hie you home, and bid Bianca make her ready straight. And if you will, tell her what hath happened. Lucentio's father is arrived in Padua, and how she's like to be Lucentio's wife.
I pray the God she may be with all my heart.
Daily not with the gods, but get thee gone. Signor Baptista, shall I lead the way? Welcome. One mess is like to be your cheer. Come, sir, we will better it in Pisa.
Pisa, oh, I follow you.
Cambio,
What sayest thou, Biondello?
you saw my master wink and laugh upon you.
Biondello, what of that?
Faith, nothing, but has left me here behind to expound the meaning of moral of his signs and tokens.
I pray thee, moralize them.
Then thus, Baptista is safe, talking with the deceiving father of a deceitful son.
And what of him?
His daughter is to be brought to you by supper.
And then?
The old priest, St. Luke's church, is at your command at all hours.
And what of this?
I cannot tell, except they are busied about counterfeit assurance. Take you assurance of her, cum privilegio ad imprendendum solum. To the church, take the priest, clerk, and some sufficient honest witness. If this be not what you look for, I have no more to say, but bid Bianca farewell forever and a day.
Hearest thou, Biondello?
I cannot tarry. I knew a wench married to an afternoon as she went to the garden for parsley to stuff a rabbit. And so may you, sir. And so adieu, sir. My master hath appointed me to go to St. Luke's to bid the priest be ready to come against you. Come with your appendix.
I may and will, if she be so contented. She will be pleased, then wherefore should I doubt? Hap what hap may, I'll roundly go about her. It shall go hard if Cambio go without her.
Scene 5, Petruchio, Catherine, and Hortensio.
Come on in God's name once more toward our fathers. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon, the sun, it is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star or what I list, or ere I journey to your father's house. Go on and fetch our horses back again, evermore crossing and crossing, nothing but crossing.
Say as he says, or we shall never go.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far, and be it moon or sun or what you please. And if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it's the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then you lie. It is the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed, it is the blessed sun. But sun, it is not when you say it is not. And the moon changes even as your mind. What you will have it named, even that it is. And so it shall be for Catherine.
Petruchio, go thy ways. The field is won.
Well, forward, forward. Thus the bow I should run, and not unluckily against the bias. But soft, company is coming here. Good morrow, gentle mistress. Where away? Tell me, sweet Kate, and tell me truly too. Hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman? Such war of white and red within her cheeks. What stars do spangle heaven with such beauty as those two eyes become that heavenly face? Fair, lovely maid once, more good day to thee. Sweet Kate, embrace her for her beauty's sake.
I will make the man mad to make a woman of him.
Young budding virgin, fair and fresh and sweet, whither away or where is thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child, happier the man whom favorable stars allot thee for his lovely bedfellow.
Why, how now, Kate? I hope thou art not mad. This is a man, old, wrinkled, faded, withered, and not a maiden, as thou sayest he is.
Pardon, O father, my mistaking eyes. that have been so bedazzled with the sun that everything I look on seemed green. Now I perceive thou art a reverend father. Pardon, I pray thee, for my mad mistaking.
Good old grandsire, and withal make known which way thou travelest. If along with us, we shall be joyful of thy company.
Fair sir, and you, my merry mistress, that by your strange encounter much amazed me. My name is called Vincentio, my dwelling Pisa, and bound I am to Padua, there to visit a son of mine, which long I have not seen.
What's his name?
Lucentio, gentle sir.
Oh, happily we met. The happier for thy son, and now by law as well as revered age, I may entitle thee my loving father. The sister to my wife, this gentle woman, thy son by this hath married. Wonder not be grieved. She is of good esteem, her dowry wealthy and of worthy birth. Besides, so qualified as may be seen, the spouse of any noble gentleman, let me embrace with old Vincentio, and wonder we to see thy honest son, who will of thy arrival be full joyous.
This is true, or else it is your pleasure, like pleasant travelers, to make a jest upon the company that you overtake.
I do assure thee, father, so it is.
Come, go along and see the truth hereof, for our first merriment hath made thee jealous.
Ah,
Well, Petruchio, this hath put me in heart. Have to my widow, and if she be forward, then hast thou taught Hortensio to be untoward.
I see Richard's hands up the air, and Act 5 is approaching. Are you gone, sir?
I bid you all farewell.
Anon.
Anon, and see you
Thanks for showing.
again. Aloha.
Aloha.
Take care, everyone.
Hopefully Mom's Day will bring us to you again.
I
Hey,
hope so.
Richard,
too.
who would have ever guessed that all that Latin as choir boys would come so handy?
so true. You always, that's a really good point. Thank you.
I had 2 years of Latin in high school, but wasn't a choir boy.
I had both
Altar
2 years.
boys, yeah.
Altar boy.
All right, you
yeah.
missed something there, Jim. All right,
I
bye,
don't
guys.
think so.
Bye.
Yeah, Richard. Come on.
Act 5, Scene 1. Enter Biondello, Lucentio, and Bianca. Grumio is out before.
Soft and swiftly, sir, for the priest is ready.
I fly, Biondello, but they may chance be needy at home, and therefore leave us.
Nay, faith, I'll see the church out your back, and then come back to my masters as soon as I can.
I marvel Cambio comes not all this while.
Sir, here's the door. This is Lucentio's house. My father's bears more toward the marketplace. Thither must I, and here I leave you, sir.
You shall not choose, but drink before you go. I think I shall command your welcome here. By all likelihood, some cheer is toward. You had best, they're busy within, you had best knock louder.
What's he that knocks, as he would beat down the gate?
Is Senor Lucentio within, sir?
He's within, sir, but not to be spoken withal.
What if a man bring 100 pound or two to make merry withal?
Keep your 100 pounds to yourself. He shall need none, so long as I live.
Nay, I told you your son was well, beloved in Padua. Do you hear, sir? To leave frivolous circumstances, I pray you, tell Signor Lucentio that his father has come from Pisa, and is here at the door to speak with him.
Thou liest. His father has come from Padua, and here looking out though at the window.
Art thou his father?
Aye, sir, so his mother says, if I may believe her.
Why, how now, gentlemen? Why, this is flat knavery. Take upon you another man's name.
Lay hands on the villain. I believes a means to cozen somebody in this city under my countenance. I have seen them in the church together. God send them good shipping. But who is here? Mine old master Vicentio, how we are undone and brought to nothing.
Come hither, crack hemp.
I hope I may choose, sir.
Come hither, you rogue. What, have you forgotten me?
Forgot you? No, sir. I could not forgot you, for I never saw you before in all my life.
Are you notorious villain? Didst thou never thy master's father Vincentio?
What, my old worshipful's old master? Yes, marry, sir. See where he looks out of the window?
It's so indeed.
Help! Help! There's a madman will murder me! Help, son! Help! Senor Baptista!
Worthy Kay, let's stand aside and see the end of this controversy.
Enter pedant with servants, Baptista and Tranio. Oh, sir, you, what are you that offer to beat my servant? What am I, sir? Nay, what are you, sir? Oh, or mortal gods, oh, fine villain, a silken doublet, a velvet hose, a scarlet cloak, and a capitaine hat. Oh, now I am undone. I am undone. And now, while I play the good husband at home, my son and my servant spend all at the university. Why, how now? What's the matter? What is the man, lunatic? Sir, you seem to be a sober, ancient gentleman by your habit, but your words show you to be a madman. Why, sir, what concerns it you if I should wear a pearl and gold? I thank my good father that I am able to maintain it. Thy father? Oh, villain, he is a sailmaker in Bergamo. You mistake, sir. You mistake. And pray, what do you think his name? His name? As if I knew not his name. I have brought him up ever since he was 3 years old. His name is Tranio.
Away, away, mad ass. His name is Lucentio, and he is mine only son and heir to the lands of me, Signor Vicentio.
Lucentio? Oh, he hath murdered his master. Lay hand on him, I charge you, in the Duke's name. Oh, my son, my son! Tell me, well, thou villain, where is my son Lucentio? Call forth an officer. Carry this mad knave to the jail. Father Baptista, I charge you see that he be forthcoming. Carry me to the jail?
Stay, officer, he shall not go to prison.
Talk not, Senor Grimio. I say he shall go to prison.
Take heed, Senor Baptista, lest ye be coney catched in this business. I dare swear this is the right Vincentio.
Swear if thou darest.
Nay, I dare not swear it.
Then thou wert best to say that I am not Lucentio.
Yes, I know thee to be Senor Lucentio.
Away with the dotard, and to the jail with him. These strangers may be hailed and abused. Oh, monstrous villain, monstrous.
Oh, we are spoiled, and yet yonder he is. Deny him, forswear him, or else we are all undone.
Pardon, sweet father. Lives my sweet son?
Pardon, dear father.
How is thou offended? Where is Lucentio? Here is Lucentio, right son to the right Vincentio, that have by marriage made thy daughter mine, and while counterfeit supposes bliss, a thine ein.
Here's packing with a witness to deceive us all.
And where is the damned villain Tranio, that faced and braved me in this matter? So, why, tell me, and is not this my Cambio?
Cambio is changed into Lucentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love made me exchange my state with Tranio, and while he did bear my countenance in the town, and happily I have arrived at the last unto the witched haven of my bliss. What Tranio did, myself enforced me to. Then pardon him, sweet father, for my sake. I'll slit the villain's throats that would be sent me to the jail. But do you hear, sir? Have you married my daughter without my goodwill? Ah, fear not, Baptista. We will content you. Go to. But I will in to revenge for this villainy, and I to sound the depths of this knavery. Look not pale, Bianca. Thy father will not frown.
My cake is dough, but I'll in among the rest, out of hope of all but my share of the feast.
Husband, let's follow to see the end of the abode.
Adieu.
Kiss me, Kate, and we
What
will.
to do?
Adieu.
Yes.
First, kiss me, Kate, and we will.
What? In the midst of the street?
What? Art thou ashamed of me?
No, sir, God forbid, but ashamed to kiss.
Why then, let's home again. Come, Sarah, let's away.
Nay, I will give thee a kiss. Now pray thee, love, stay.
Is not this well? Come, my sweet Kate. Better once than never, for never too late.
Scene 2, we have a big gang coming in there. Almost everybody in the world is there. Lucencio, at last, though long our jarring notes agree, and time it is when raging war is done, to smile escapes and perils unborn, and my fair Bianca bid my father welcome, while I with self-same kindness and welcome line, brother Petruchio, sister Katharina, and thou, Hortensio, with thy loving widow, somebody has to play the widow, and feast with the best, and welcome to my house. My banquet is to close up our stomachs up, and after our great good cheer, pray you sit down, and for now we sit and chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit and eat and eat.
Padua abhors this kindness, son Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, I would that word were true.
For my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
And never trust me if I be afeared.
You are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
Mistress, how mean you that?
Thus I conceive by him.
Conceives by me. How likes Hortensio that?
My widow says, thus she conceives her tale.
Very well meant it. Kiss him for that, good widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns around. I pray you tell me what you meant by that.
Your husband, being troubled with a shrew, measures my husband's sorrow by his woe. And now you know my meaning.
A very mean meaning.
Right, I mean you.
And I am mean, indeed, respecting you.
To her, Kate.
To her, widow.
100 marks. My Kate does put her down.
That's my office.
Spoke like an officer. Ha! Tiddy, lad.
How like Scrimio, these quick-witted folks.
Believe me, sir, they butt together well. Head and butt and hasty-witted body would say your head and butt were head and horn.
Ah, Mistress Bride, hath that awakened you?
Aye, but not frighted me. Therefore, I'll sleep again.
Nay, that you shall not. Since you have begun, have it you for a bitter jest or two.
Am I your bird? I mean to strip my bush and then pursue me as you draw your bow. You are welcome all.
She hath prevented me. Here, Signor Tranio, This bird you aimed at, you hit her or not. Therefore, a health to all that shot and missed.
Oh, sir, Lucentio slipped me like his greyhound, which runs himself and catches for his master.
A good, swift simile, but something currish.
Well, 'tis well that you hunted for yourself, and 'tis thought that your deer holds you at bay. Baptiste, Petruchio Tranio hits you well.
Confess, hath he not hit you here?
Has a little galled me, I confess, and as the jest did glance away from me, 'tis 10-1 it maimed you to outright.
Now, in good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of all.
Well, I say no. And therefore, for assurance, let's each one send unto his wife, and he whose wife is most obedient, to come at first when he doth send for her, shall win the wager which we will propose.
Content, what is the wager?
20 crowns.
20 crowns. I'll venture so much of my hawk or hound, but 20 times so much upon my wife.
100 then.
Content.
A match 'tis done.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Go, Biondello, and bid your mistress come to me.
I go.
Son, I'll be your half. Bianca comes. I'll have no halves. I'll bear it all myself. How now? What news?
Sir, my mistress sends you word that she is busy and she cannot come.
How? She is busy and she cannot come. Is that an answer?
Aye, and the kind one too. Pray God, sir, your wife sends you not a worse.
I hope that.
Go. You hope better?
Sir Biondello, go and entreat my wife to come to me forthwith.
Oh, entreat her. Nay, then she must needs come.
I am afraid, sir, do what we can, yours will not be entreated. Now, where's my wife? She says that you have some goodly jest in hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse. She will not come. Oh, vile, intolerable, not to be endured. Sirrah, Grumio, go to your mistress. Say I command her to come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
The fouler fortune mine, and there an end.
Now, by my holly dame, here comes Katharina. Oh,
What is your, sir, that you sent for me?
Where's your sister and Hortensio's wife?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go fetch them hither. They deny to come. Swinge me them soundly forth unto their husbands. Away, I say, and bring them hither straight.
here's a wonder if ever you talk of a wonder. Oh,
And so it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Marry peace it bodes, and love, and quiet life, and awful rule, and right supremacy, and to be short, whatnot, that's sweet and happy.
now fair befall thee, good Petruchio, the wager thou hast won, and I will add unto these losses 20,000 crowns, another dowry to another daughter, for she is changed as she had never been.
Nay, and I will win my wager better yet, and show more sign of her obedience, her new built virtue and obedience. See where she comes and brings your forward wives as prisoners to her womanly persuasion. Katharina, that cap of yours becomes you not. Off with that bauble, throw it under.
Lord, let me never have such a cause to sigh till he brought to such a silly pass. Fie, what a foolish duty call you this?
Oh, I would your duty was so foolish, and the wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 100 crowns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Katharina, I charge thee, tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Come, come, you're mocking. We will have no telling.
Come on, I say, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
Fie, fie, unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glance from those eyes to wounded thy lord, thy king, thy governor. It blots thy beauty as frost to bite the meads, confounds thy fame as whirlwinds shake fair buds, and in no sense is meet or unamiable. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bare of beauty, and while it is so, none is dry or thirsty, will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy Lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labor both by sea and land, to watch the night in storms, the day in cold, whilst thou liest warm at home, secure and safe, and crave no other tribute at thy hands, but love, fair looks, and true obedience. Too little payment for so great a debt. Such duty as the subject owes the prince, even such a woman owes to her husband. And when she is forward, peevish, sullen, sour, and not obedient to his honest will, what is she but a full contending rebel and graceless traitor to her loving lord? I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war where they should kneel for peace, or seek for rule, supremacy, and sway when they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unable to toil and trouble in the world? But that our soft conditions and our hearts should well agree with our external parts? Come, come, you forward and unable worms. My mind hath been as big as one of yours, my heart as great, my reason happily more, to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength as weak, our weakness past compare, that seeming to be most, which we indeed least are, then veil your stomachs, for it is no boot. And place your hands below your husband's feet, for it in token of which duty, if he please, my husband is ready, may do him ease.
My hand is ready.
Why, there's a wench. Come on and kiss me, Kate.
Well, go thy ways, old lad, for thou hast child had. And 'tis a good hearing where children are toward, but it is a harsh hearing when women are froward.
Come, Kate, we'll to bed. We three are married, but you two are sped, Fullicentio. 'Twas I won the wager, though you hit the white. And being a winner, God give you good night.
Good night.
Now go thy ways, thou hast tamed the cursed shrew.
'Tis a wonder, by your leave, that she will be tamed too. Also, good friend Una that is taking Scott Rogers classes via Zoom, and she has remembered it?
Yeah.
You have survived it?
Yes. I survived.
You want to?
Oh, wait. Not Margaret. It's Elizabeth.
Oh, it's Elizabeth. Okay.
Yes.
Can you give us a taste of it if you memorized it?
Oh, well, actually, I did the Kate speech, the one that Kate is speaking to Grumio about getting the
Oh,
food.
yeah. The food.
Yeah. Yes. Sent to her by the man that slew her brothers, a pair of bleeding hearts. Thereon engraved, Edward and your dog. I think it's kind of rough. I need to
You
do
need to
it.
punch up your Shakespeare.
I'm sorry.
Oh, she just did a great job on the
Your
Kate. It's like
Shakespeare.
change of mind.
I'm sure you're
You
both.
folks did a good job. Good reading.
It was a lot of fun.
What's fine?
Simple as that. As
You got all the books, right?
I have 8 books.